Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you guys locking in. We're going to jump straight into it. And today I just want to talk about is scripting the same as coding. Now, the reason why I'm trying to talk about this is so you guys can have a better understanding, because there are a lot of terms that are similar, but it could be used interchangeably. And scripting and coding is the same thing, right? A lot of people, they try to use the word coding and they're really talking about scripting, or scripting and they're really talking about coding. And coding and scripting are not necessarily the same, but they could be used interchangeably. And another reason why I'm talking about this is because people always ask, like, hey, do I need to know coding to be in IT or whatever the case may be? And of course, to me, it's not necessarily coding you need to know, but you would need to know some of the scripting languages, because you would need to create some scripts to automate stuff. And I went over this in my video before. So if you want a little bit more detail on that, you can watch the video before that. Today we're just talking about is scripting and coding the same, and what is the differentiation, what makes them different. Scripting is a type of coding, but not all coding is scripted. What does that mean? Scripting uses less complicated languages and is more geared towards specific tasks and automating specific tasks, or adding a feature to an application that was created, stuff like that, right? So think about scripting as like the more simple form of coding in a sense, right? If that helps better. Now, coding involves creating whole applications and software from scratch, right? Creating whole websites from scratch. You start in from nothing and you're creating something. That's where the coding part would really be. When you say, hey, do I need to know coding to be in IT? You don't need to know how to create these applications from scratch to be in IT. Now, you might need to do specific tasks. You might need to be able to automate those specific tasks, or whatever the case may be, right? That's where scripting would be used. Now, like I said, they are it's really kind of like the same, but it's not. It's, like I said, just to try to, we're not trying to complicate things, because in IT and cybersecurity, in these fields, there's so many different terms. If you get stuck trying to learn terms, you'll be here forever trying to learn these different terms, the different acronyms. That will take up more of your time than you actually doing the job. I don't want to try to be scientific with it, or try to get all scientific with the explanation, or make it long. All you need to know whenever you start to think, hey, do I need to know coding? Yes, it will benefit you. If you're going to be working with Windows, it will benefit you for you to learn Batch, and it will benefit you for you to learn PowerShell and stuff like that. Python too and stuff, because like I said, these is languages that you could use. And there's other languages, but I'm trying to not get too complicated and keep listing stuff. We're trying to keep it as simple as possible, right? You might need to learn these different languages to be able to interact with the device. Yep, that's the best way I could put it. You want to learn the languages so you could be able to interact with the device and get the device to do what you need it to do in a timely manner. And if you have repetitive tasks that you need to perform, you want to be able to automate those tasks and stuff. But you don't need to know how to code. So just remember, when you think in code, that's more being a software developer. You're trying to develop these softwares, you're trying to create these websites and do these different things. You just need to be able to, after you're really just the person that comes in after it's been developed. This software has been developed, this website has been developed. Can I add a feature to this, or can I get this website or this software or this operating system to do this for me? Or is there a way for me to do this faster? And that's where scripting comes in to help you to create those automated tasks or add these extra features to whatever application, operating system, whatever you're working with. You could be able to get your job done more efficiently and faster. I hope this video was able to help you guys. I tried my best not to, I don't want to get too scientific with it. If you want a more scientific answer, of course, you can always research it, or you could comment below. But just to keep food for thought, remember when you're thinking about coding and scripting, coding is more a broad range of programming, creating applications and stuff from scratch. This is what these software developers and web designers and stuff, web developers do or whatever. When you're thinking about being in IT and those type of fields, you want to more think of scripting. And of course, for you to be able to create a script, you would have to know a language or know some of a language or know how to find the syntax to create whatever script you're trying to create to do whatever you need to do. You don't necessarily need to learn coding, but I will say to try to get into learning the languages, whether it's Python or whatever, because Python is one of the most easiest language to learn. So if you want to learn something like Python or whatever, you'll be able to learn it and be able to get these things done that you're trying to get done. Thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate you guys' support. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your bell notification for when I'm dropping more videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one.